Hey, this is Matt once again. Welcome back to another video. And this is a paid request for Kevin. Thank you so much for that. And for those interested in requesting any type of videos, feel free to send it either directly to my PayPal or join my Patreon. Both links are down below in the info box. I do have a CashApp. People have asked about that. PayPal, if you do send it through that, make sure you use the family and friends option. Otherwise, PayPal takes a cut of it. And if you want, it could be for any movie review, re-review, topic like this, ranking, tier list, movie news, video game playthrough, whatever the case may be, commentary, reaction, I'll get to as soon as I can. And links are down below in the info box if you wish to. So, Kevin wanted me to compare, it's kind of a versus, Friday the 13th Part 4, the final chapter, Friday the 13th Part 5, A New Beginning, and Friday the 13th Part 6, Jason Lives. Now, I think most people, they would say Part 4 is the winner because of some of the supporting cast, which I agree with. You have the gore by Tom Savini. Ted White does a really good job as Jason. And I didn't like the gore, whether it be like the corkscrew and then Crispin Glover getting it, and some of the other kills, which are pretty violent. The guy at the morgue getting in and the head twisting after the the hacksaw. Definitely some violent stuff. Part 5, I don't mind Part 5. I don't hate Part 5, but it is my least favorite of these three. I will say right off the bat, Part 6, I like more than the other two. Now, with each of these movies, you look at the lead character. You have, whether you want to say Kimberly Beck or Corey Feldman, the Part 4, they do fine. You know how I feel about Corey Feldman as a person, but he did fine as Tommy Jarvis as a kid. Which, I mean, makes sense he did his verses because they're the Tommy Jarvis trilogy. And then as a kid, he did well. He did fine. I do think Corey Feldman was a better kid actor than adult actor. I do believe in that. And Kimberly Beck did fine. John Shepard Part 5, he's okay. But he's my least favorite Tommy Jarvis. I don't mind him being fairly silent through most of it because of the trauma he went through. He does pull off some cool kung fu moves at times. But it's just because he doesn't have much dialogue, because he does get overshadowed by a lot of the other characters and their eccentric styles. He kind of falls a bit into the backdrop, into the background. But Tom Matthews is my favorite Tommy Jarvis. Yes, granted, it is his fault where he brought back Jason. It was an accident, to be fair. It was an accident, but all the people that died in Part 6 and 7 and 8 and 9 and even Jason X, Freddy vs. Jason, it is Tommy Jarvis' fault, because if he left things alone and left Jason to rot, he would still be rotting in the cemetery and things be fine. So he did admit he screwed up. He did admit he screwed up, and he went to the cops, but he still screwed up. But at least he tried to fix it. He did try to fix it, but he did screw up. But that's one of my few, that was one of my few nitpicks. I actually would have preferred if, he wanted to burn him, and then the other guy, he thought, was a Horshack from Welcome Back, Welcome Back. I think that was him. If he's the one doing it, I'm going to help you, Tommy. No, don't do that. I want to help you, Tommy. No, don't do that. What are you doing? Don't do that. If that maybe happened, then I think that could have been fixed a bit. He didn't mean to do it, but, he was overzealous helping his friend, and then he got a punch through the heart as a thank you for that. Or punching his heart out, I should say. But Tom Matthews is my favorite of three because I do think he's the strongest actor of the three. I think he had the right balance and tone where he's taking it serious. He could pull off a humorous line, wherever the red dot goes, you bang. And because of his history, it does give a bit of more intrigue to his character, where that Baby has a little bit more, I don't want to say depth, but a little bit more extra spicing to the character compared to other characters in the franchise. I do think it's badass him going on the boat and having to chain Jason up even though he's on fire. Risking his life for that. I think just mainly performance-wise, I just like Tom Matthews better. I mean, that's the simple bit of it. Now, kill-wise, Part 4 is easily the goriest. So, gore-wise, Part 4 wins. Tom Savini comes back. He did the first film. I mentioned, like, a lot of the kill scenes, they're bloody. And the MPA didn't pick on it as much as others. But Part 5 and even Part 6, especially Part 7, so, they got killed by the MPAA. In Part 5, you really don't get to see much of any gore. Part 6, I will say, I like the kills in that more compared to all three of these because I think they have the more creative kills. The reason being is because now Jason is supernatural in terms of he's a zombie. You can do more with the kills. So, punching a guy's heart out, taking a woman and pressing her so her face is in, you see her face almost coming out of the damn wall, bathroom wall. Taking a guy and bending him so much he becomes a damn, like a chicken wing. That's the sheriff. You're breaking him and twist him so he goes backwards, and even kills where he's like throwing stuff like a ninja star. I don't mind the triple decapitation. There's not many times I've seen someone decapitate 3 people at the same time. Yes, I do like the bit that he throws someone so their face smashes to a damn tree. There's not too many kills that felt the same. And you still have some violence in there. But like I said, while Part 4 is the gorier, again, Part 6 I like the more creative kills. So I do go with that for Part 6. Music-wise, you do have Harry Manfredini's score in each one. But I want to go with Part 6 for the music just because of the usage of Alice Cooper. I am an Alice Cooper fan. I love He's Back, the man behind the mask. I think that's one of my favorite songs from a horror film. Love it. And that alone wins the music element for me. I will say Part 4 has the better supporting cast. Because you look at the supporting cast, I mean, most of them, I mean, you got Tony Goldwyn and the director's wife. Or I don't mind some of the dialogue they say, but they're not in it long enough to make too much of an impression. The other counselors, they're kind of there as fodder. It's not that I thought they were bad, but it's like, okay, one guy, I know he's related to John Travolta. I mean, he gets the knife in the neck when he's driving the RV. But, I mean, there's not a whole lot to them that I can remember personality-wise. Like, they're fine. Part 5, to be fair, you do have some good supporting members where you have the Ethel, her being so over the top. You have Miguel Nunez. Those damn enchiladas. There's some fun to be had there. Violet, just her look and her weird dancing to that song. But I do think the best supporting cast is Part 4, mainly because of Crispin Glover and Lawrence Montesson. The dialogue they have about the computer says you're a dead fuck. Yet the computer don't lie. The whole back and forth, I think they're very likable. I think they work very well. Crispin Glover's crazy dancing. Lawrence getting high, drunk, and watching the Stad movie. They definitely stick out for me for the supporting cast. To the point that I kind of wish they were the leads. Because I thought they were more interesting than the lead characters. Like, the leads are fine, Kimberly, but they're fine, but I like these characters more. So I did the lead, the creativity of the kills, the music, I would give to part 6. Jason, that's tough in terms of between part 4 and 6. I go back and forth. Like, my favorite is Kane Hodder from part 7. Richard Brooker I do like. Derek Mears I really do like as Jason. I probably would put those two above these. It's tough. Because I like the look of zombie Jason, like before he puts on the mask. I thought the actor did a decent job because of his military background. Ted White, he felt a bit scarier compared to part 6 Jason. Like I said, you ask me another day, this may change. But as of today, I will say I'll put Ted White over. Just because of, he had a stunt background, and he just seemed much more intimidating and scary with his movements, and like how he scared the hell out of Corey Feldman. So I idea for that. Him hating Corey Feldman and steering the shit out of Corey Feldman and feel like he wanted to rip Corey Feldman's head off. I idea for that. So Ted White, may you rest in peace. You win on this one. So I'll say Ted White is the better Jason. So I give a point for that. I know I've not given any points to part 5 because while I don't mind part 5, it is one of my least favorites of the franchise. I know the guys at Dead Pit, they'll be like, what? Because it's like their favorite. Like I said, I mean, who am I to talk? Jason Goes to Hell is my favorite. So if part 5 is your favorite, that's fine. I do think there's charm to it. I do like the film. Definitely like it more than part 8. I would probably... Do I put it above Freddy vs. Jason? As a Jason movie... it is Jason, and I don't know. I have to think about that now. But, yeah, I really have to think about that. I know I did a ranking... Did I do a ranking? I might have done a ranking video long ago, but that would probably change nowadays. Part 5 definitely has the... Okay, a point for part 5. Titties. It's the most titties, and very luscious, beautiful titties. So it wins on that. It does win on that. But part 5, like I said, it's one of the ones... Like, part 8 I hate. Part 5 I like, but it has so many issues with me. I don't care for the mystery angle, because the mystery angle does not work. You know who the killer is. And, like, the others don't try to fake out who the killer is, unless it's the first one. But then it's like, you know who the killer is because there's a damn neon sign on his forehead on Roy going, yeah, I'm the killer. Do-do-do. I thought the mystery is lame. Fuck Roy. I never liked Roy. Has a dumb ending. Reggie the Reckless. I don't care about him and his red onesie. Jason could have, put him in a pile driver. Well, Roy, I'm sorry. Could have put him in a pile driver, would not have cared. The lead girl is there, but she's, I think, one of the lesser leads in Friday the 13th. I'll put her over part 8. I'll put her over Freddy vs. Jason's lead. I'll put her over that, but, she's there. What, Melanie Kinnaman? She's there, I don't think she's one of the better ones. What I mean by the dumb ending, like the bit where... First, I love how the cop gives her this piece of newspaper where Jason is right here. And it's like, who the hell took that picture? And how did he die? Because if you're that close to Jason, where Jason has his picture, like, how the hell... that guy must be dead. Who was that? Who took that picture? And then it's... They put the hockey mask and the knife in Tommy's room? But I guess we're supposed to think it was all this stupid dream? So he's dreaming of her walking in? Or she's dreaming of him seeing Jason and becoming Jason? Or he's dreaming of her walking... I'm assuming it's a dream because it's never mentioned in part 6. Oh, I mean, some would say part 6 ignores part 5, but I mean, you did anyway. But yeah, this is saying part 6 he was from the hospital. But yeah, I don't know. The ending I always thought was dumb. Didn't make a lick of sense. Unless you just know it's a dream scene. Well, okay, it ends on a dream scene. I think that's kind of lame. Junior, I thought he was annoying as hell. I was glad he got decapitated. Hated seeing Dominic Braja. Thank God that axe guy killed him. I like the axe guy. I like his intensity. I like the one guy from like 1952. It's like, you just start the car. Go kick your ass, boy. Go kick your ass. I do like him. So, I mean, there's merit to part 5. It just, again, the gore was cut out. A lot of the gore is cut out. At least part 7, the New Blood, there is... I have an uncut version. It looks like a VHS tape, but I still have an uncut version. There's not even that for part 5, so... It's still the one that's the most gutted. Along with... Well, part 7, again. But part 5, like, there's never been even a VHS copy you can find that has the uncut stuff in it. And fuck Roy. So, I mean, it's my least favorite of the 3 of these. Part 4 I do enjoy, but that's where you get a little bit of repetitiveness, where it feels like the third and, bits of the second one, where, okay, here's camp counselors, here's Jason, they're killing people. At least here, because of... Like, part 6 added enough new stuff that it made it feel a bit refreshing. Where it added the humor. It wasn't parody, but it's like, okay, Jason, the James Bond intro, which is close to the parody. The lines of dialogue, like the old man, some people have a strange sense of entertainment. Or the little kids are hiding and the one goes to the other, well, what were you going to be when you grew up? Or great lines like, remember, wherever the red dot goes, you bang. So I like the humor involved. I do like the American Express card joke. I thought that was kind of funny and clever. So I do like the approach of having a bit more humor, because it's part 6. Let's do something a little bit different. Having Jason be a zombie, so you have a bit more creative kills. And he gets shot and still come back. Be even more of this bigger force. I like the gothic feel, was like it's raining and the cemetery, like all that. I do like that look in the film. And lo and behold, a camp with actual kids there, so kids are in danger. That's why it added a lot of new little things. You could say the same with part 5, to be fair, but I think part 6 did it better, with better acting, better writing, better music. Like it was, I thought it was a better put together movie from a better director. The Danny Steinman, he did his exploitation, may rest in peace. I don't think he was that great of a director. Like, I don't love Savage Streets. I think it's okay, but I don't love that film. So I'm not a big Danny Steinman guy. And apparently, as a person, he wasn't that great of a guy either. But anyway. But was it Tom McLaughlin who did parts of this? He does seem like a really nice guy. And I do think he's pretty talented. He also did Sometimes They Come Back. Based on the Stephen King story. I thought that was pretty good too. Especially for a TV movie. So, I do think that guy has some talent. So yeah, better director. Bit of a better script. Because he did the script. And part 6 I just think is a much better put together movie. With, again, enough little added things and a bit more creative kills and all the stuff I mentioned. So while I do like part 4, and again, I think most people will say part 4 because of the Tom Savini kills, because of Crispin Glover and those supporting characters, which I understand. I do like that film. I do think it's a good sequel. But if you ask me which I like the most of these 3, it would be part 6. 6, then 4, then 5. But that's just me. So feel free to comment how would you rank them and why. I'm sure there'll be people who think Part 5 is the best. Clearly it has a dead pit. I don't hate the film. I just think it, of the three, has the most issues, at least to me. In terms of the story, the kills being dudded, so you don't really have as much of the creativity as Part 6, and you definitely don't have the core of Part 4. The ending not making much of sense. Roy is like a normal guy, but he could take all this punishment and be pretty much fine. But even though he's just a paramedic, just trying to make you believe he's Jason. I don't know, like, I didn't Junior and Reggie. I'm just not in love with those characters like some people are. Nice titties, some people do like that, but like I say, it would be nice to see an uncut version of that film to really showcase what the director intended, but sadly that's not the case. But with that said, thanks for watching. Take care, and we'll see you guys later. Bye-bye for now.